everybody, it's Mondeose, the Spiritual Playboy. It's currently noon on November 21st. I just returned from Phoenix, Arizona, where I gave the spiritual sexual shamanic experience. I'm headed to get my hair trimmed, and the reason I turn on the camera, I know it sounds egotistical, we're going to catch myself getting my hair trimmed, but really the man that cuts my hair is someone that I consider an ally and a teacher in some ways, just through the banter that we have, and he's always been open to who I am in terms of the sexuality, in terms of who I am in terms of the changing spirituality, and he's been with me like step by step by step by step. This is Sylvain of Boy Coiffeur in Montreal. And as I introduced in the car, Sylvain is not only my hairstylist, but an ally and a teacher. And a teacher because we have the opportunity to share and discuss ideas. And he's been with me since depuis quand?
20 ans.
20 ans, hein?
Maybe more. Huh?
20 ans, c'est 20 ans. Last year was 20 years, I think. I think I started coming and see you when I was 16 years old.
Since 20 years we talk and talk and talk so much.
And Sylvain has always been a supporter of Mondeose, of my development, of exactly where I've been on my path. He's been like a cheerleader and a wisdom. He offers me wisdom and he makes me think. And he's a part of my success because I see him every once a month. Puis on parle, on jase, puis c'est cool. Anyway, so now we're just talking that we just became Facebook friends after 20 years. We decided to become Facebook friends, and he started to see my Spiritual Playboy videos, and he likes it.
But I think that everything that you are touching goes well. So I don't know why it should go and it should be big. And there's a lot of spirituality and a lot of Frank into everything you touch, and Frank is exclusive for what you do. So that's why I'm always in your project.
Right. What do you think of the name Spiritual Playboy?
What I like of Spiritual Playboy is exactly what it's saying. For me, you are a Spiritual Playboy since at least 15 years. The first 5 years you were working a lot on it, but now you're really into it, I think. And it's a guy of 50 years old that is telling you that, somebody that has met a lot of people and a lot of different people, that has changed a lot. Because since 30 years I got there, and I know I've seen people coming something else. You have always focused on the right line, and your line it's always through that. And
what is a Spiritual Playboy?
Je peux pas dire exactement c'est quoi.
No, what is it to you in your eyes? You said 15 years, I am a playboy, I am the Spiritual Playboy. What does that look like to you?
Moi, pour moi, toi, everything you talk about or you touch, you put a lot of spirituality into it. And you are very attractive to other people. So for me, it's a Spiritual Playboy, it's about that. It's about somebody that we feel him. T'es pas indifférent, tu laisses pas les gens indifférents. You don't leave people
indifferent, neutral. Yeah, it's either they like you or they don't like you. So they have a reaction.
They do like you because you have tes traits, ta personnalité, ta façon de voir les choses. It's really into your heart. It's not into your mind. It becomes after that. It has to go through your mind so that you can fix things up. But it always comes from your heart. Ça c'est ça, Spiritual Playboy for me.
So we're talking about sacred sexuality and the fact that after 2012, which was the change of the era, and specifically accelerated in 2014 and 2015, is the rise of sacred sexuality. And the fact that sacred sexuality is the buzzword even in all the intellectual circles, university professors, it's the perspective of sexuality that we must reclaim. And we must reclaim it because for the last 2,000 years, It's been gripped with as taboo, as a source of shame, fear, and guilt through a patriarchal system of control. And the reason there was control is the fact that there is always an elite that has the interest of controlling the masses, of creating order, and on one side, thankfully so, and on the other side, it feels exploitative. Now, by reclaiming our sexuality is where we reclaim our freedom. It's the only true place where we have freedom. So as long as we feel...
If we liberate ourselves.
Correct. If we're...
These are the tools that you're giving us.
I'm trying.
So that's what you have to do, because people are fed up. They're stuck into their
repression, their limited beliefs. And their repression is even their own beliefs created from the social cues, the cultural cues, the religious cues, the sexist cues, the gender cues, which has affected us. The problem is that in a regular culture, exploitative mass culture, it shows sexuality as a place of consumerism, exploitation, but not as a place of personal enjoyment and fun. So it always supports like strippers and marketing. So you can sell anything using ass and tits. But when you promote something like Mondeose, which is come enjoy a liberated atmosphere of fun and expression,
like opening ourselves to our sexuality.
Exactly. There is a taboo related around that. So as long as you're not, you could use sex as long as it's not about you living it. So
you can talk about the other sex, but not your sex.
Exactly. It's a voyeuristic perspective versus a experiential perspective. In addition to like owning my place in the market, which is Mondeose is a place where sexually open-minded people come to flirt and frolic in a garden of pleasure. And there's no sex, but a lot of juiciness and joy and sensuality. Now with the spiritual sexual shamanic experience, what we offer is the pathway through healing the blocks that we have around sexuality that have limited our expression and creation and manifestation in our life. So we give the tools for people to reclaim their body first, their physical body, their non-sexual body, and then their sexual body, and then their ability to express it.
It belongs to them. They have to take control of it. Now people has taken control of their believing because they want to have power on them. Ça c'est pour un peu les diriger vers une croyance renfermée qui prennent contrôle de leur sexualité. Si on ouvre ça, on s'épanouit dans la sexualité, on devient des gens qui ont un contrôle sur sa propre spiritualité sexuelle.
Amen. Aho. C'est exactement ça. You nailed it. I deal with it less. I deal with it like. Des fois, je réagis, I react, and I get. So now, ISTA has helped me deal with a bit more how to react, how to move those emotions before attacking. So I move my emotions, I remove them, and then I come from a place of more centeredness, less emotional, more. Tes émotions, ils ont plus de. Since you've been working a lot on your emotion and everything, I think now you are. T'es un grand laisser-aller. C'est comme une flexibilité parce que. Yeah. And right now I'm more in a place where. I don't care. I have nothing to prove. I live my Mondeose's values, which makes a statement around sexuality, is the most taboo topic in the world. I own it on my sleeve by the way who I am. So you know my valeur in terms of sexuality. So to me, that's
the person by his body.
Exactly. I do the strip naked fashion show, and I walk naked in front of my community. Why? Because I believe that, complete transparency.
The truth of you is that. C'est comme un peu. Non, mais tu sais, c'est quelqu'un qui a le guts ou le côté à l'aise de se promener nu devant son
Exactly.
monde. C'est parce qu'il est comme bien avec lui-même.
Exactly.
Et sinon, il a envie de l'être.
Exactly.
Parce qu'au début de l'être.
Exactly. And
C'est
I
ça
want to
l'option.
model that as well. I
C'est
want
ça,
to
c'est
model
ça.
that
That's it.
because I believe we could all be there, and if we all did that, the world would be like much more powerful because we'd be coming from a more authentic, true place instead of trying to prove to people that you're successful and you're measuring your success based on something that is anchored in weak values like money. Who gives a fuck about money if you're not living your true essence and you're not living, your heart? So that's the words. Yes. I like it. So here we go. Spiritual Playboy, take winter. Thank you, brother.
Take winter.
I don't know if I've ever told you. Winter time. So that's it. That's the moral support I get from one of my beauticians, as we would see it. So yeah, I get a bit of moral support, spiritual advisement, and just amazing friendship. Thank you very much, Sylvain, for the 20 years and for everything. Peace, let love free.